Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Natasya Gradiana Kaulika, NIM 2019-05-2146 from IPB 45. So in here I will explain my research. So let's get started. The policy issue by the government is an effort that will achieve public welfare through regulation made by the government, such as the learning policy issue by the government in dealing with the surge in COVID-19 case. This article aims to determine the effectiveness of the policy issue by the government on the education system in Indonesia. The research will be conducted using quantitative research method by distributing questionnaires via a Google form. Questionnaires were distributed to student respond at the university in Yogyakarta. The result of the study obtained from 36 respondents said that the learning policy was a policy used by the government to carry out education as a result of COVID-19, showing that online learning is preferred and in demand by students because of the level of flexibility, because easily accessible anywhere and anytime. The introduction at the end of the 2019, Indonesia was hit by a COVID outbreak that originated in Wuhan, China. This virus has infected hundreds of millions of people in more than 2,000 countries in the world, which greatly harmed various sectors such as the tourism sector, the economy, and many others. The education sector has also been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Aurora and Srinivasan site, therefore, there are consequences for the physical closure of educational institutions and replacing them with studying at home as a government policy by changing the teaching and learning system. According to Suharto, it is stated that policy is a principle of action choose for decision making, but in essence, a policy is a decision or choice of action that directly regulates the management, distribution of natural resources, finance, and people in the public interest. According to Jones, Muhammad Elwan, and Pramusinto, policy implementation can be understood easily because the implementation is so real that the goals, objective, and implementation strategy can develop. However, even so, there are several unanswered challenges, namely regarding the impact of online learning filed by students on policy issued by the government during the COVID-19 pandemic. The research goal of this study discusses the impact of the pandemic felt by students and the community, as well as a response to change in life after the COVID-19 pandemic. Especially, we were interested in the following one question: the quote our study, the impact of online learning policy during the COVID-19 pandemic for students. For research design, this survey was conducted on how effective the learning policy is and the obstacles to learning implementation. This study was conducted from research conducted at Madrasah Aliyah, in which research was explained about important aspects in the use of online learning applications, such as measuring the needs of students, learning support system, teacher competence, material design, platform use, and evaluation of learning outcome. The participant total of 40 students respondents who entered the study were selected from various universities in Yogyakarta. The survey instrument consists of an online questionnaire available in Google Form. The questionnaire was adapted from a similar study from an educational journal. Questionnaires from education journals have discussed the effectiveness of online learning policy and the construction of online learning. The ADAPT questionnaire consists of 5 items which are distributed into the following category: information technology, tactics in online learning, teacher routines, learning interaction, and response were collected using an ordinal scale with the statement category. The procedure to collect the data in the questionnaire was distributed to the invitation for students at University in Yogyakarta to participate in this research. Questionnaire will be divided into Google Forms. For data analysis, the data from the questionnaire were analyzed quantitative using the table to find out response answer related to questions that have been read in the Google Form. The data analysis using an ordinal scale. For designing questionnaire, what is your responsibility as a student at the University of Yogyakarta regarding online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic? Can it be said to be effective? 2. Can the government's policy of online learning guarantee continuity in sustainable education? 3. Is the material by the lecture student can understand clearly what the material given? 4. The interaction between student and lecturer with online learning is going well, so that the achievement value can go up. And last, with the impact of COVID-19 online learning is preferred by students because it is flexible and can be accessed anywhere and anytime. For the result, the study aims to see the good and bad impact of government policy regarding online learning system during a pandemic. We can see two strong questions to support the research question. In the result of the study, it was found that objective research was in the impact of online learning policy during the pandemic. The most supportive bar chart data was obtained, namely the response of Yogyakarta students to online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic, which can be said to be effective. From the bar chart data, 33.3% of respondents choose not to agree because of uneven internet access and speed. Besides the impact COVID-19 online learning was preferred by students because of its flexible nature. From the bar chart, 36.1% of respondents choose to agree because the good impact of online learning makes it easier for respondents to access learning that can be done anywhere and anytime. This finding supports research by Puji Lestari, saying that the implementation of online learning for students is like an obstacle in carrying out online learning, especially regarding network use. Besides, this finding supports research by Sadikin and Hakim, cite that not a few students had difficulty understand the lecture material given online by the lecturer. Finally, the limitation of my research is that not many participants answered the questionnaire, and also the data obtained is not strong. If using the questionnaire should be combine the direct interview. The study showed that the government role in the implementation of online learning is needed, especially in providing a distance learning facility, so that the implementation can run smoothly and effectively, and evaluation between lecturer and student so that learning can run better. The conclusion: based on the result of the study, there are shortcomings in the researcher, such as the data obtained is not optimal because it only uses questionnaire and the lack of participants who answer. It is recommended for future research in conducting research not only use questionnaire but other methods must be at the strength than the research result. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.